Hi and welcome to this Virgo reading for April 2025. This reading can be accurate for, sorry, I'm just smudging a little bit. This reading can be accurate for any time you find this or for any Virgo placement. If you're called to the title and the caption of this video, this can also be for you. Let's see, first part of the reading, as always, a general energy. Second part of the reading, a relationship dynamic. So stay with me. And we're already starting. The cards don't want to wait. We do have an 8 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. That's an interesting energy coming out just like that, right next to each other. So we are really stepping from a sense of fast movement, which is the 8 of Wands, and some sort of electricity type of energy, into a higher understanding into a more knowledgeable place within ourselves when it comes to our experiences, our ego, our path that we've walked so far, and all our accomplishments. That's the 9 of Wands and the 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands could be a Kundalini awakening type of energy as well. This is something that I've been following on TikTok, weirdly enough. There was a couple of videos in my For Me page where I don't know, I mean, I do yoga now for a really long time, and I'm quite a physical person, so maybe, you know, this is something that you're interested in, but I'm not sure if I have experienced this extreme outburst of some energy in this extreme sense where I've seen it on these videos. So I don't know, you know, but maybe you know more about it than I actually do. But this could very well be some sort of energy that needs to be released, so we can find, we can clear out a path from our higher self to our subconscious. So it could clear out blockages, and that's what this card is somehow representing, because this sun and this moon here is connected with this one wand, and this is a connection from the higher self, which is the sun, represented by the sun, and the moon, which is the subconscious or even the unconscious, you know, and some knowledge, some type of growth, some type of expansion wants to break free here, which is the Sagittarius sign that you see underneath in this moon area of this card. And this card is really giving us new strength, or the last push. Sometimes it's also for me a card of the last push to go into something, even though we've been through all these things and we've had all these experiences, and we are finally arriving at a place where we can see those as our strength and not necessarily as a weakness, where our past doesn't hold us back anymore, where our past doesn't define us, where our past experiences don't block our movement. So this is, yeah, and this could be, I feel like this Kundalini awakening type of thing, especially we have 2 Sagittarius signs here and indications here, and this is very much about expanding knowledge also on a spiritual level, and expanding philosophical, spiritual, expanding into different worlds. So yeah, wow, okay, there's a lot going on for you, Virgo. A lot going on. It could also just feel like a lot going on, you know. Oh wow, yeah, I mean, it's a lucky time for you. It's the Wheel of Fortune is here, also Jupiter card, and Jupiter and Sagittarius are interconnected. So this is really a time of expansion. This is really a time of growth, and this is really the higher power coming in, directing you. And for some reason I have this picture, like, you know, when you it's weird when you have these street races, or I think of the movie Grease, and you have somebody with like a flag, and you know the cars are already like on the gas and they're but on the brake at the same time, and then all of a sudden it's like the flag is lifted and it's the go, you know, but you're already on the gas and you're already going, and it feels like a higher power, like this Wheel of Fortune is lifting the flag. It's like, now it's time to go, ready to go, you know, 3, 2, 1, ready, set, go. And now it's go time. It's go time. Yes, that's the confirmation. Princess of Swords is a confirmation card for me. It's go time also to explore knowledge. As I said, expand knowledge, learn new things. Princess of Swords very much wants to understand and explore and know new things. To also speak your truth. Important with the Princess of Swords. Maybe cut through old wisdom and knowledge that is not serving you anymore, that you've revolutionized for yourself, or that you've proved wrong or proved non-helpful anymore. This altar is kind of representing this old knowledge that she's coming up against. Just wanted to focus. Such a nice card. So yeah, and also there is a thirst for knowledge and a thirst for learning, and a very aggressive, I'm sorry, I have a little cold, as you can hear, aggressive approach to explore the truth. Yeah. Two of Wands. Two of Wands on the bottom of the deck is a indication that you're really taking the steps. You're taking control of the moment is for me the Two of Wands. Another Sagittarius. Oh no, that's Mars. I'm sorry, it's Mars in Aries. And yes, we do have the Aries eclipse, new moon eclipse, so this can all happen during this time, late March, beginning of April. But the eclipse, of course, it's not just like one day and then it's happening, even though it can feel like that, but it will, you know, you will feel the afterbirth, the aftermath of things. Okay, relationships, you and another person, doesn't have to be romantic, can be romantic, but it is a close person for sure, or somebody who is a lot in your energy. Hierophant in the reverse. Well. Let's say it could be somebody who is very unconventional in their approach to relationships, doesn't want to do it the traditional way, Hierophant, or has very different belief systems than you do. As I said, probably quite unconventional. With the Hierophant in the reverse, of course, if we read it in a very simple way, it could just be somebody who doesn't want to have a commitment, or doesn't see so much of the same life path with you, or a similar life path, on more like a spiritual level. Maybe feel like, okay, we don't believe in the same thing, we don't do the same thing, we don't want to build the same thing, yeah, maybe it's a religious thing even, that they have. Could be religious, that they have different religious beliefs than you. Seven of Pentacles. Well, good for you that you're waiting on this and you're just taking a step back and not running after it with the Seven of Pentacles. With the Seven of Pentacles, we do try to realize, this is a very weird Seven of Pentacles. It's very confusing to me. We do want to make sure that what we are aiming for is not actually hurting us more than we realize. And I mean, the Seven of Pentacles is a card of making mistakes and learning from your mistakes, but also slowing down, doing inventory, taking a break, taking a step back, looking at the things that so far worked for us. And it's also, I mean, it is a card of coming back to reality. In this deck, it's a very intense card. It's really intense. But it's really symbolizing here that we are, that our wings might be, you know, taken off because we want to, we still need to look at what works and what doesn't before we continue to fly, you know. And that might bring us, I mean, this is the Tarot del Fuego. Everything is with, it has to do with fire here. And also like this sort of, what is it called? Salvation through fire, or consecration through fire, where it's like you can't be saved by fire or by water, you know, by love or by like the tough, the passionate love. It's two types of loves actually, and this is why we have to might have to go through the fire to understand how to optimize relationships. This seems like a karmic, very strong karmic lesson here. We have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, also for this other person. I also, what I see is don't be happy with breadcrumbs, even though the Seven of Pentacles is not necessarily a breadcrumbing card. You can reach higher. Definitely reaching higher. Oh, weird. Did you see that thing jump? It didn't even, I didn't even put it there. Okay. There's something, there's so many cards coming out. I just wanted to say there's something hidden, and it's not said, but it's also not important for some reason. It's so weird. Wow, it's a lot. It's a lot. This is a lot. There's a lot going on that is so unnecessary, I feel like. Seven of Swords, Eight of Swords, Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, Knave of Swords in the reverse. So it's, you know, if you, what I also see, if you are dealing with a person who kind of makes you think that they don't know and they're confused or something, they're not. They're just saying that. They know exactly why they do or do not want something. Oh boy, yeah, that's basically, that's it. That's the one. It's difficult. It's a difficult reading because this can make you feel Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Yes, of course. You're not showing, this is what's happening here. You are not showing this person that this is actually very I want to say detrimental, even though I don't even know what that means really, to your self-worth. This is something that really chips away from your self-worth with the Nine of Pentacles. Of course, if somebody is like non-committal or doesn't want to commit or doesn't believe in the same thing that we do and doesn't give us the right treatment, because that's all what I see here, it is chipping away. It just is what it is. You taking a step back is for sure a good idea, but not enough, because it's still keeping you in a mental, it's still keeping you in a mental prison with the Nine of Swords. You know, staying in this situation is cruel to yourself and maybe even to this other person. Maybe that's the whole point. It seems like there is no, it's weird. It's a weird game that's played here, because it's not about feeling lack. The Five of Pentacles in the reverse, I think nobody here owes the other person anything. You know what I mean? Like, nobody, but both people know with the Five of Pentacles in the reverse, I'm not the victim here. I'm not the victim here. I might even be the aggressor, but let's continue to play this. And that's such a Virgo thing. I'm sorry, but I just see it that way. Let's continue to play this cruel game. Why would you do that? Because secretly it is chipping away from your worth, you know. If you want to make yourself tougher by doing that, okay, go ahead. But I don't see the point. Honestly, I don't see the point. Yeah, that's all I have to say. I'm sorry. I know it's a tough one, but I feel like you can handle it, because the Nine of Swords is really brutal. It's not to be taken lightly, you know. It's very intense mental tension, and it's not good to stay too long in that. Never ever. It's like either you're a psychopath and you can do it because you don't feel emotionally the way you do, or the way most people do. Then you can do it, you know, because then you just don't care. And it's not because you're a bad person necessarily, it's just because you don't have the emotional range in your brain. It's a neuroscientific thing. You just don't feel it the way other people do. This is not, I think, nobody here is the victim, as I said. It's like both people can endure this, but do you want to? Do you have to? Why would you do it? There seems to be a reason for it. It's maybe even giving us a little bit of pleasure, to be quite honest here. But yeah, that's intense, man. It's intense, and I don't have any answers for this. I don't have any outcome for this. I don't have any suggestion for this, other than there's me reading those cards being like, why would anybody do this to themselves or to another person? But it is what it is, you know. I'm just reading a situation. Maybe it's not your situation at all. Maybe it is your situation. It seems like a rough environment, to be quite honest with you. And if that's what you're going for, good luck. Good luck. But it seems like luck is on your side, though. We do have the Wheel of Fortune, so it's worth it's a super intense moment in this thing called human experience for you, I'm sure. But it seems like you're used to this. It seems like you're doing this. It seems like you're routined, and this other person as well. And that might be even scary to this other person, maybe. But yeah, still, what it really does is making you less independent, because you're dependent on this dynamic, and that is the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. And it seems like there is something, you might need this dynamic even, maybe you have to stay in a situation that is really mentally draining, because you don't have certain independence, maybe even financially, and I hope that's not the case. And yeah, and you're getting what you can get here with the Seven of Pentacles, like he's reaching for these coins, you know, like give me, give me, give me. But at the same time, it's taking off your own wings and your own capability to, it could be a financial thing. It could be a sugar daddy thing. Oh my God, this is reading, this is going places. I'm gonna stop now. Virgo, I don't know what you're up to and what you're doing, but this is intense. And I'm just saying, don't do it for too long, because this Nine of Swords is really difficult. Get help if you're in a abusive situation. It could be. Even though I don't think you're really the victim here, honestly. And I know this is tough to hear for a lot of people, but I don't think, I think the people who resonate with this reading, they will feel, they will feel it. They will know what I'm saying. So yeah, it's your choice, really. It's your choice, but it seems like the universe is helping you to gain more understanding, for sure, for how you got here and why you got here and what that means, and how you can learn from this intense thing with the Princess of Swords. Okay, Virgo, thank you so much for being here. I'll talk to you soon. Please check out my description box, check out my all the things that I'm doing, my social media. Leave a comment, which is really, really important for the algorithm and for me as well. And a like if you enjoyed this video. So yeah, talk to you soon and goodbye.